Okay, so I'm Anne Nella. I'm one of the shareholders of the Otjimbongo Crocodile Farm. We started to take over the farm about 15 years ago, and currently we've got two things to look forward to. The one is that our son Christian has started to do vegetable tanning on crocodile skins, and we also started manufacturing small leather articles with vegetable tan skins. That's wonderful because they have no pollutants in them, there's no chrome in that tanning process, and it's very sustainable and protective towards the environment, and that's wonderful for us. It takes ages to tan skin with vegetable tanning, but it's worth it because we've got the time in Namibia and we can do it ourselves, and it protects the environment. So that's the one thing. The other thing is that we are at long last now ready to start the Uchu crocodile tourist attraction, to open that, and that will probably happen by the middle of August this year. Beautiful dams built by Victor Smith there, and about 40 crocodiles which have grown a lot over the past 3 years. They're big monsters lying there, only females. We hope to expand that into a breeding colony. But it's a beautiful tourist attraction, and I think people can look forward to that on their way to the Etosha. Now, I mean, the first thing is the amount of crocodiles we've got at the moment. Every time I say the number of crocodiles, people think, oh, that is terrible, that's a terrible amount of crocodiles. But in international terms, we are one of the smallest crocodile farms. So we've got maybe about 3,000 crocodiles at the moment, small and big crocodiles all together. And if you want to market about 1,000 skins a year, you will realize that that's not many crocodiles anymore. So people who really produce a lot of skins for Gucci, for Hermes and so on from African farms, they have 140,000 and more crocodiles. So you can imagine how small we are. It was good for us that we're so small because it carried us through COVID and a low market season, which has lasted quite a few years. So we didn't have that many animals to feed, and no turnover on them. But I mean, it's a small business, and we need the tourist industry to supplicate it, and we need the restaurant to supplicate it, and we've got a small guest house and camping sites, a few camping sites that are very neat. So all of these things help to make the farm a viable and a profitable entity. Also, we're very grateful for the amount of people that work here. I've got fantastic employees, and everybody's friendly and hardworking and so on. As for who is the oldest crocodile here, so the farm started in 1985 with already adult crocodiles. Now, I must now sort of guess how old were the crocodiles when they came here. If you work around maybe 10 to 15 years old, plus the 50 years that after 1985 up till now, more or less, then you can say the crocodiles here that's now the breeding colony, is between maybe 65 and 80 years old. Very difficult to say exactly how old they are. But the remarkable thing about the crocodiles is their resilience. They don't become ill. The adult crocodiles, they outlive their scars and injuries. Although they live in water in which they also eat, they have such strong antibodies that their wounds just don't become infected. Even if they have a fierce fight amongst themselves, these scars just heal. Stompie, one of the crocodiles, it's the only one with a name, is one of the examples, because his tail was bitten off, part of his upper jaw was bitten off in a fierce fight, and he's recuperating, he's pairing again, he's eating again. Yeah, they are quite amazing dinosaurs.